That's why it's incredibly important. Oh, here we go.
Yes, and one more thing with that gaining that advantage in planes, it's especially important at the end when people start running out of smokes and they no longer can comfortably hide behind smokes, and being perma-spotted by a plane is just a guaranteed death sentence.
And here we are, exact same team combination, double Encal, Bismarck, Attigo, or Chaffee for that team. Kutuzov, double Benson. So both teams, they know what they like, they're sticking with it. And,
indeed. This is going to be an interesting. This is a kind of hard map to play, honestly, because especially as a carrier, because there are so many positions between A and B and in C where you can hide basically cruisers and give AA cover. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see how they manage to basically take control of these capture points. And it's quite easy also to get close to the caps and basically radar or a hydroacoustic search and scan basically the entire cap.
See the island between A and B right on the south side, that's always a favourite of mine when I'm flying the Flint or ships of that kind of stealthy kind of HEing nature.
Indeed.
And it's a really good spot for, if provided you know you're not going to get flanked from either side, if you can park a Kutuzov near there or any type of ship that has AA, it just locks out all of the middle.
I can imagine. Do they still have a Chapayev? Oh, if they put a Chapayev on the island behind A and B, how are you going to ever take A or B with the radar threat from there?
Right, yeah.
I think Chapayev can have been a really, really strong pick for this month.
Yeah, we're just committing suicide here, guys, and
let's hope I get a flooding this time. 8 torps last game and not a single flooding. I was left with 24 HP. It looks like this heap is continuing with his 222 balance spec. Well, considering how well it worked last game, no surprise.
I got triple fire, so we're good. Okay, so I wonder if the carriers have changed their setup, whether they're still going 222 and 312.
Find out soon. It looks like they're making a very offensive push for C,
KLM
at least on your side.
Fighters, and it's still 222 from this sheep. Okay.
Indeed, they have the exact same spec, and you see how afraid KLM is in engaging these fighters now. That's strange to watch an air superiority carrier be afraid.
The Benson on the Bravo cap, he's exposed. He doesn't have any defensive fire support. If I'm sheep,
oh, is he gonna get dropped? Is he gonna get dropped?
Like he snagged the fire number 1. Oh, the Benson's pulling away, and the Benson also has defensive fire, so he can sort of protect himself in that respect from accurate drops.
Oh,
no, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think this ship is gonna lose all his planes here.
He's going to lose the torpedo bombers and he's lost the fire, so that is already a big win for KLM.
But is the Atago going to eat torps then? No, it looks like he's going to dodge, but he stopped to dodge. He's hitting citadels because he stopped to dodge full broadside. Yeah. Oh
well,
dear.
He can still partially repair that. I mean, it's not as bad because he's an Attigo.
Yeah, but still, that's a huge chunk of HP lost.
What's capping the alpha capture point right now for UFR?
It's a Benson hiding at the back of A. Oh, and they put the Chapayev exactly where I predicted. He's on the island. He's on the island between A and B.
I don't know what this ship's getting up to because he's allowed his fighters to be lured by dive bombers over the KLM Kutuzov and he just lost his planes. I don't think he's paying attention. Well, it's a lot to pay attention to when you've got everything going on, but still.
Oh, looks like once again UFR gets the very early capture advantage. I feel like KLM is very slow on getting these side caps.
The last game, the Attigo captured the Charlie Point. That's exactly what's happening again. Charlie Point is being slowly captured by KLM's Atago.
Yes, but I feel like they're just so slow about it. They always give this lead. They always give the tempo to the enemy team, basically. I feel like UFR manages to get the tempo at the start of every game. And this chap, oh, even nastier. UFR has pushed the Bismarck up to the island behind between A and B, so that Hydro is of course going to be a nightmare in that position. Absolute nightmare to push into B from that.
See that all 3 battleships are. Oh, we can see that both Bismarck and Encal on the west side of the island, Blackhawk and G-Shanks or whatever, they're on fire. And so
yes,
Carolina, they're all burning.
I'm surprised they haven't been smoked up. Like, they're gonna take huge damage now. They really need to smoke. Where's the DD smoking them up? Because they are gonna eat so much damage being exposed like this.
And, well, they're forcing the Bravo cap. In comes the torpedo bombers here from this sheep.
Yeah, but into Bismarck and North Carolina. Two North Carolinas.
Release from distance, don't get that close.
Oh, he did release from a fairly good distance, but I feel like his angle is pretty terrible. It's gonna miss.
Waves now. He's not going to have any of these left for endgame, and that's where it really comes into play, as we said before.
Indeed, and they managed to get C completely scot-free. I'm surprised he didn't send those planes to like scout out C, because an Atago, even with defensive fire active, he could still be dropped by torp planes, because he can't actually shoot down any of the planes because the AA is so weak. I think that would have been a better pick than trying to force the North Carolinas, which will guaranteed melt the planes.
Well, it's a big power play on Bravo. It's definitely KLM that's being aggressive. And it's going to lock out the center for both carriers right now because, you know, of the central island, they're both kind of in that area where planes get affected.
KLM has given up so much health to get this B, though. That's the question. Is it worth it? Because they're still behind on points.
But look at the torp waves that are incoming as well from UFR. It's going to possibly hit the NCAL again.
Yeah, where's the smokes? And wait, actually, these battleships have pushed past the smokes?
Atago just got nuked by the NCAL, the KLM one.
Oh, and your North Carolina's about to hit torps as well. And he's getting citadels. Oh!
That's a good dodge.
Oh, that's a great dodge! Amazing dodge by Blackhawk. And now he gets smoked up. Wow, that was some torpedo base right there. That was actually an amazing dodge. But the issue is your Benson is very exposed.
Bismarck, the Charles Paga Bismarck is broadsiding the NCAL from Blackhawk. So I mean that is a potential, but then again, sometimes even though you're broadsiding, it doesn't guarantee a hit.
Yeah, the issue is what happens when radar... Oh, there we go. That was probably radar. I think Chapav just activated radar. Oh, but an Atago was taken down from UFR. I completely missed it. He must have been... Oh, he gave broadside. He gave broadside, and I assume he was...
Now, what about this push and flank from the Kutuzov and the NCAL flotating around the island between A and B?
Yes, but the Kutuzov, I think, is moving too aggressively, because he's moving outside of his own smoke. Oh no, he's moving out of his own smoke! He's gonna get Citadel to pieces. You can't do that on a Kutuzov, it's too squishy for this kind of play.
Bismarck secondaries are absolutely nailing the Kutuzov right now.
Oh, he's dead. Oh my god.
That was his own fault.
Yeah, that was... You can't give full broadside without smoke, that was just too nasty. Well, it looks like KLM has actually managed to...
KLM's got the lead, they've got the double point, they've got the ship lead, and, you know, and the points. So, I mean, it's all in their favour right now, although... It's not to say that UFR can't bring this back. There's a lot of, you know, health damage has gone out of.
This Bismarck on our team is so exposed though, and I can't see. He has no escapes.
And he's reversed in and he has no support.
Yeah, and where can he escape? He has no escape. He's gonna get focused down. I'm surprised he didn't get focused down earlier because he has nowhere to go from here. There's some great torp waves going into that smoke though. Those torp waves from the Atago, I think. No, it was from the Benson. Verdandi again. Verdandi, who made huge plays last games. Oh, they're cross-torping the smoke from two directions. Oh my god, Benson, huge hits. Oh my god, that was beautiful. One of the Bensons flanked behind KLM and torped them from behind, while the other one torped them from the front. Oh my god, that cross-torp was absolutely gorgeous.
Hard as you can against Arbadark, as well as the other NCAL, and this turns the game around instantly.
Yeah, there's re-smoking, but Ardabark is guaranteed dead.
No, he's going. And
the Benson is going to eat so much damage as well. I think he's so exposed.
UFR just needs to push in and finish
but
it.
Benson might be able to torp out the Bismarck, I think.
He's trying.
Or is he? Yes, there they come.
Bismarck is down, but...
Now wait, is he going to torpedo beat? Not quite. But that cross-torp timing and coordination was gorgeous. Oh my god, our North Carolina has been cross-torped though. Oh, it's down to a 5 versus 4? How is it keeps changing? These teams are so evenly matched, this is amazing.
Now it's partially going to come down to... See, the real threat here to the NCAL Blackhawk is the Benson in the center.
No, I think... Don't underestimate the North Carolina flanking him, Zagamore.
No, he's going to get whacked. Those 10 torps are actually going to hit.
Oh my lord.
There you go.
These two Bensons on UFR have been doing so much work for the team. They have absolutely been carrying this team. Some very questionable decisions by the Kutuzov, but these two Bensons have just been putting in a stellar effort so far.
So the push into B was good by the KLM side, but then staying there. I mean,
Yeah.
do you stay in the smoke?
I
Do you
mean,
keep the push up or what?
Either they push through or they retreat after they've secured it, but staying in the middle of the cap when you know they're pushing through A. That's kind of what happened the last time as well. They got flanked and they kind of didn't do anything about it.
Another minor thing I just want to raise to the stream here is that this sheep is actually keeping his carrier much closer to the combat to be effective and have closer turnarounds on his planes.
Indeed.
As opposed to,
Yeah, this heap actually is sitting in A, which is very smart play because he's basically keeping the fleet between him and the enemy. He's obviously not afraid of any sort of snipes since he knows that KLM Revenge is playing air superiority spec, so he's not afraid of the snipe. Whereas I think it kind of, because this heap is playing the balance spec, that he's forcing KLM to play defensive.
Kind of style to play with other ships, like the Atago and the Kutuzov of the KLM team, they were playing it pretty much long-range support, right? Whereas the support cruisers for the UFR team, they were right next to their battleships. Now, admittedly, one of them popped out of his own smoke and got himself killed, but it's a different kind of contrasting style here.
Oh, the Atago landed a great torp on Zagamor. I think he is damage conning for sure. Yeah, he damage conned, so he's going to be the guaranteed, the focus target.
The Kutuzov smoked here for KLM. I mean, it's not over. If the battleship can be taken down, it dramatically can turn back and kill
If he hits another torp... Oh, is he flooding? He's flooding, and he's on fire. Zagamor is going to go down. Zagamor is dead.
But I think it's now the question is, can the Atago keep his health up? Because if he can keep his health up, there's no reason why they can't take the Chapayev down.
Indeed, actually, because this Zagamor is their last battleship. Once he's down, it's going to be very even again, because the Chapayev is very exposed right now. And if the Atago should stop moving forward and just focus on the Chapayev.
Yeah, in fact, I already, as I can see his turrets, he's pointing at the Chapayev.
Oh, Chapayev, don't get broadside. Oh, lucky it was HE. If that had been AP, this Chapayev would be dead.
The thing is, the Kutuzov needs to come out of the smoke. Oh wait, those torps are going to hit the Kutuzov. He's reversing,
yes.
But there's no guarantee. He's still going to take at least one torp in the smoke.
Well, this Chapayev is in such trouble right now.
Kutuzov down to 8k in the smoke.
Oh, that was a nice dive bomber hit though. He's got 2 fires on him. He had to damage con, which means that Atago should be switching to HE now to guarantee the kill. That was a good spaced out attack from KLM though. He got a guaranteed fire. Oh, and he's dropping him now. He's gonna force the turn. Chapayev has to turn.
This is the other issue. The Kutuzov from...
Oh!
Nice. Okay, that's extreme. But this is why you keep bombers, guys, until the end.
Now this heap's aggressive position is coming back to bite him, because they thought they could kill these guys, but now what they didn't, he's in the open.
Yeah, but you push in the open, but at this point, you basically want to be a distraction. Oh look, the carrier's there. Should I hit the...
Oh my god, is KLM actually gonna turn this around?
Well,
they looked so... After that cross drop, they should have been dead. Oh, Atago's about to torp him. This torp's gonna eliminate this hit. Guaranteed torp.
He's too wasteful with his planes though, because he burned them all up really early.
Oh my lord. It's possible, I mean...
Benson might get the Atago.
Yeah, he's got AP loaded.
Oh, still, he's taking a lot.
He shouldn't have torped him up and just shoot him with AP. Oh, actually, he might have gotten some really good torps off. I think Kapotsirt is dead. He's not turning sharply enough. Yeah, Kapotsirt is guaranteed dead, unless he torpedo beats it.
Let's see. No.
Oh! 2 versus 2, cruiser and carrier versus double DD. Oh my lord.
The fact is, the carrier needs to keep torps lit up, and the fact is, the torps are actually still on track to hit the Kutuzov. He needs to do good angling. He needs to take B back more than anything else, or stall the cap, because they've got a point lead, but it's not enough, and they're losing Charlie.
Like, I have to say, these teams are amazing to cast. I mean, sure, they make some mistakes, but because of those mistakes, they are so extremely evenly matched. Absolutely fantastic game. Oh lord, Verdandi is trying to flee. I think the Verdandi is going for the Shokaku. That would actually be highly intelligent if he has any idea where he is. Is your Shokaku spot? Yeah, Shokaku is spotted. I'm surprised Verdandi isn't going for him.
Well, I don't know if the Shokaku spotted, but the fact is we know where the 2 destroyers are in that respect.
Indeed.
So it's not a surprise. And the fact is, with all these planes in the air, the surprise of torps shouldn't be an issue. Now, if you're going to start doing napkin math, the carrier is going to escape because he's nowhere near the Benson. Benson's going completely the wrong direction.
Yeah,
Plus,
I feel like Verdandi should have fled from the Kutuzov and rushed the carrier instead. That's a good way to. Oh no, he's gonna eat those torps. No, you can't eat torps from a 2. Yeah, you can't eat those. You should be able to dodge them easily in a Benson. I feel he was distracted. That was a pretty bad misplay.
there's no longer the smoke and the...
No, there's no option of one guy smoking and the other spotting, so...
The best thing this Benson can do is, what, straight up attack Kutuzov?
Yeah, straight up win a fight against the Kutuzov, but Kutuzov is smartly just disengaging, kiting and spamming HE backwards. And he's capping as well, he's capping B and he's moving towards A, which is the smartest move. In fact, as the Kutuzov, I would just sit there and shoot the Benson all the time. I think that's what he's doing. He's moving slowly just so he can keep firing on it. Why is he smoking? There's no point to the smoke. I feel that is a waste of a smoke right now, because he's not really utilizing it.
Well, he can't see. He's firing blind. He has no other team support, so...
Yeah, I mean, the only thing he's obscuring vision from is, well, himself.
And
really.
now they're down on points. Alright, so they still have 2 cap points, but at least the KLM Revenge, the carrier from KLM, is going to take the A point. So the Kutuzov could...
Yeah, the Kutuzov can just focus on killing him while the Shokaku is capping.
Exactly, keep his distance, because the Kutuzov can easily outrange the destroyer.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, close range, the Benson actually has a nice amount of firepower, but at range, the Benson won't even be able to hit the maneuvering Kutuzov. Oh my lord. I can't believe UFR had this game 100% in the bag.
They won the second game, but they almost threw it away as well.
Yeah, and this game, I feel like they had such a huge advantage in the mid game, but then they managed to throw this away as well. I don't see any way for the Benson to play this to get back. I mean, he should go into B and just stop their point game.
Yeah, he's dodging torps.
Honestly,
Right.
Verdandi being killed by that double torque bomber was just a huge misplay. That should not happen. Not to 2. Even to 1 full squad you should be able to dodge in a Benson. I mean, you expect, unless a DD gets cross-torqued, you expect him to be able to dodge it. So he must have been distracted by something and wasn't expecting it. Whole lot, yeah, this Angie he's on fire, and he's just being perma-focused by this Kutuzov. There's no way he's gonna ever get this capture. Here, if he had the smoke, this is where he could have smoked up now and basically forced the cap at least. But because he wasted...
Detonation flags. There's no reason not to have a detonation flag right now, so you can't get that Hail Mary shot either.
Nope. Everyone in ranked, or like in this kind of cup, should be running detonation flags, so you can't count on it at all. Benson is down to 1k HP. He has no vision of the Kutuzov. The Kutuzov is shooting over the mountain. That's just brutal.
The thing is, fresh bomber incoming. Okay, it's a single torpedo bomber, but still, fresh dive bomber as well. We always lost sight of the DD briefly.
Yeah, but that won't last long because this DD, for some reason, wasted his smoke on the way to B.
Perfect broadside, and he's not giving him enough lead though. If he had
Nope.
red more torpedo bomber, he would have hit him possibly.
Yep. He's got vision of the CV.
Okay, go back and do some napkin math with me. Let's say the Benson doesn't die. He's captured Bravo back. The enemy only has Alpha. It's 7:36 to 7:93,
Yeah.
and it's 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's the thing. If the Benson had just straight up rushed the Shokaku, I feel like they could have still had a good chance of winning this game. But his decision to make distance to him was not good.
But look at it this way though. The fact is, there's minute 50 left. The current cap points as they are, the UFR is going to win because they'll catch up.
Oh yeah, that's actually true.
Kutuzov needs to absolutely haul ass into the B, and with the smoke up, there's a chance for the Benson that, you know, something gets close and they can talk.
Yeah, actually, if Benson rushing A is a very intelligent decision right now. His best play right now is rushing A.
Accurate, dangerous though. I mean, he could pick him off, but
I-
I guess he's desperate. He has to.
Indeed, I mean, it's not like he has options. Oh, look, the Shokaku's... Is it Shokaku rushing him?
It's too close. I think he's going to turn.
Yeah, this is too... He has to be afraid of going too close, because Shokaku secondaries can easily melt 1k. Oh!
Shot, there you go.
But, what a game.
Nice try, yeah.
What a game. What an absolute massive game. And Verdandi, like, his kills, he did so much damage with that cross torp. So much damage. But they still managed to throw it away.
Both the encals on the KLM.
Yeah, I mean, those were just two desperation drops we talked about in the middle, when he basically just threw planes away to damage them. And I feel like instead he should have gone for the Atago that was capping the side point, instead of throwing all the planes away on the North Carolinas. Because two North Carolinas shooting down over 50 planes is just disastrous. I mean, Shokaku himself barely had to do any work because he wasted the planes on the North Carolinas. But of course, that also proves why the North Carolinas are so popular right now in Clan Wars. They just eat planes alive.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I mean,